Self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, and give us a call once I clear out the phone lines if everyone's still trying to win that $50 gift certificate to Whiskey Del Bach. And then we'll weigh in on your F My Life. And if we agree your life is F, we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners. We got Rico and Valdez as our panelists this morning. Let's get into our first email. Sent to me by Eliza. Eliza said, one time I left a concert with my drunk mother who had spilled beer all over my shirt. Now, I drove her home and she slept it off. But later, my mom, quote unquote, found my shirt in the laundry and grounded me for drinking behind her back. She wouldn't believe me that it was her. All right. That's my life. We'll start off with Rico on this one.
Yeah, that's kind of harsh. There's no real good way out of that, I guess.
Yeah, the blackout drunk
Right.
mom being like, you were drinking.
How dare you call me blackout drunk?
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. Yeah. All right, what do you say about this?
Oh, yeah, that's an effort.
Yeah, all the way around. That sucks for
Poor
sure.
guy.
Eliza is probably a girl.
Oh, okay.
All right, now next email sent to me by Javier. Javier says, today my cousin is coming home after his honeymoon. His gift to his new wife was a puppy, which I said I would take care of while they went away. I sneezed last week and scared the puppy, and she ran off. This was 10 days ago, and I still haven't found the dog. It's heavy. F My Life
Dang,
for Javi
Valdez.
Valdez.
That's a definite effort. That happened to me, but with a cat.
Oh, no. Did you try to replace the cat?
It came back the day of. I was so lucky.
Yeah, you got super lucky. What do you say, Rico?
Yeah, that's a big F my life. I don't know. You get to that like moral, decision whether or not to replace the dog.
Yeah, but even in that situation, it was like a brand new puppy, right? And
Yeah.
then you find a duplicate, and if it's one of those doodle dogs, good luck. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
somebody finds a doodle dog, they're keeping that doodle dog. They know how expensive those things are.
Doodle dogs.
Yeah, those doodle. It's just a mix of anything and a poodle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is big money these days.
Oh, my God. But F my life, big time.
Oh,
yeah, good
Poor
luck, Javi. Yeah. Sucks for you, dude. All right, next email sent to me by Andrew. Andrew said, just the other day, my girlfriend admitted to my best friend that she basically just sees me as a dildo with annoying emotions. All right, F My Life. What do you say, Rico?
Big baby.
Yeah, okay.
Still getting some.
Yeah. I wish I'd be called
I
a
know.
dildo. I mean, the best I get is bullet.
Damn.
I know. What do you say, Valdez?
Yeah, that's a big baby.
Okay, yeah, I agree all the way around. And then two more left. Steph sent me this email and said, last month a woman rear-ended my car. Now she's trying to sue me for emotional damage.
What?
Scammers, man, everywhere.
She can go F
2025
herself.
teens.
Yeah, I'm saying F My Life for Steph having to deal with that for sure.
Yeah, screw that lady.
Hopefully the insurance will take care of it, though, because that's insane. You say F My Life?
Oh, yeah.
And Rico?
Big time.
Yeah, all the way around. Final F My Life chooses to be anonymous, and he wanted to make that perfectly clear when he sent me this email, and I really appreciate him sharing his misery with us. And I feel very bad. Let me share this with you. He said, today I found out that my wife has been bribing my daughter to keep quiet about her affair with my boss. That would explain the iPhone, the $500 shoes, and the $200 purse, and the professional $300 haircut. They told me it was because she had straight A's. F my life. Do we even need to weigh in on it?
No. That's
I mean, on the plus side, in the divorce, you don't have to pay child support because she aided in that
Yeah.
nefarious
God.
thing.
Gonna have to go through a lot. So not only was he getting cheated on behind his back, but also paying for the bribes to keep his daughter daughter's mouth shut. Heartbreaking all the way around.
Woof.
To put a Band-Aid on that wound, though, I'm going to give you tickets for the Tucson Roadrunners.
There you go.
That'll help.
She'll take him in the divorce.
I don't know what else to do, man. I'm sorry.
A double. A double coupon.
Look, they're hitting each other. That helps, right?
I'll make sure you get some in and out while you're at it.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Keep those emails coming. beefvegan@kfma.com. Let's hit that reset. We got more coming up next. Yeah, I ended up ending F My Life with a banger. Welcome back, everybody.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks, everybody.
Yes, a lot of birthday wishes happening to Rico, and keep that coming. We love the love, and it's great to see Todd on the stream as well. Welcome back, Kendall. Kendall's joining us. If you didn't see us on the Instagram live stream, Kendall hit it off. She made such an impression when she came in with Erica because she's HR SACE. Such an impression. She said it so well on the radio that Mari and I were like talking her up afterwards, and Valdez. But he was more impressed with the burritos, let's be honest. But we're like, hey, besides the burritos, personality on her, huh?
I was like, what's a Kendall? They're like, the person who brought the burrito. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, she was all right.
Yeah, which one was that? The one with the chorizo? Or, and then like, no. And so, so then I reached out to her, and, you said this was like childhood dream unlocked, huh?
Yeah. When I feel like when I was young, being a T-Loke, I don't know if this is an experience everybody has, but like I discovered KFMA at the peak of my puberty.
Yes.
And it just rocked my world. And I would obsessively listen to the point where I had a radio on my CD player. And so I'd go to bed at night and I'd be listening. And I would listen so late that one time I tuned in and it was Loveline.
Yeah.
I remember
And
that.
then I got hooked on Loveline, and I loved like the Test Department and like just
the classics.
It was a big influence. That's when, I started finding my own interests in music, and yeah. So I mean, I was anything. I get obsessed easily about stuff. Like we're talking about wrestling earlier.
Yeah.
I watched
just
this
a recent
McMahon
fan
series once, and then
and then you're like, I'm in.
Yeah. So,
which is great.
So this was invigorating a old interest.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I recognize that, so I'm like, oh yeah, you got to come in and hang out again. And just so happens on Rico's birthday, which is good, and of course Valdez. So we have a full show, full cast here this morning, which has been fun so far. And let's recognize Valdez's shirt as well, because. He already has merch. This guy gets over, does something, and immediately gets a merch, and that shirt will be available at Valdez.com. Gumby, what does sanitized mean to you? What is the troll comment you're attempting to do, or are you
a ghost
being friendly and saying hi? I know Gumby well personally. Gumby is the first to comment negatively on our social media about concerts and things like that. But I do love Gumby. He's a good man, and I'm trying to be
Was that the Ghost album thing that was out earlier?
Oh yeah.
I think that's what he's referring to.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's referring to, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Like, what do you call me, Satan?
My bad. My bad.
Come
yes.
on, Mr. Radio Man.
Sorry. Okay, so let me walk that back, and that is 100% my bad. And you're a super Ghost fan, and I appreciate that. I am
he's trying to help.
Yes, I am playing Ghost Sanitized literally next in 2 minutes.
There we go.
I'm going to get on the air and introduce that. And Gumby, if you want to call in and introduce it on the air for me, I give you that opportunity and invitation. 600 KFMA 600-5362. Okay.
And it's Satanized, not sanitized, right?
Shit. No, it's it is Satanized.
Like sanitized, Purell. Yeah.
That's why I need Gumby to do it. It is Satanized.
Just saying.
Like, no,
Just helping.
that's your job.
Yeah.
And, have my back, and be good like that. Okay. Before we get into Satanized, I do want to point out something funny now. I have an AI program with the StreamYard that I pay for, and so it's been making clips for me. And they just updated it, but there's still, bugs in it. And Rico and I noticed a glitch in the AI yesterday when we were talking about Casey Anthony. That Lindsay,
Oh, yeah.
I know you're on the stream. You're going to get a kick out of this, okay? So this is so funny. We were talking about Casey Anthony just briefly, and AI saw Lindsay's comment and thought this was appropriate. Check this out. What are your thoughts on Casey Anthony going back out in the public world and trying to basically rewrite her image, so to speak? Like, at this point,
Rico scratching
is
his eye while we're
she
talking.
forever
I know.
canceled type of person, or does she get the opportunity to try to go out and try to do some good through social media followers and like offering legal advice and counsel?
There's some people that have redemption arcs, and there's just some that don't.
Right.
And there's just some that don't.
Yeah, some of the comments
like,
that
come on,
I
man.
read on this, like, absolutely not. We need to shame Casey Anthony right back into obscurity. There will never be enough time pass to erase
her for
what
some
she
reason.
did. Yes, and that was the probably friendliest comment that I saw amongst.
Yeah.
This is the one thing that I actually saw unite Twitter, and Twitter is such a divisive place these days, right? There was literally not a comment that I came across that someone's like, "Hey guys, hear her out."
We're looking at the AI clips that
she looks
StreamYard
like
makes
she's
for
been
me.
working out.
Here.
Let's see if she got maybe another chance.
She's changed.
There's Casey Anthony.
Every
They show
single comment
kinda
going
Casey
down
Anthony. It should be showing
is
Lindsay here soon.
literally somebody either pointing out the fact that she got away with murder, or making jokes about it in a crude
the
way.
wrong clip altogether?
Not one
We're just giving
person
Casey
said
Anthony
anything
more
even
shine.
remotely.
I know, my fault.
Yeah, you're
medium
plugging
ground.
in Casey.
Yeah. So what are your
Okay, that was the wrong clip altogether.
I will show you what was the funny clip after I debut some new music. So shout out to Gumby for this one. He knows that Ghost released their new single. They announced Papa V, the new singer of Ghost, which is just new character. And Satanized is the lead single from Ghost, which was released late last night, but it's my pleasure to debut it on Tucson Radio for the very first time. So ladies and gentlemen, turn up your radio. Here's Ghost with Satanized. New music on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yes, Lindsay, you should be scared. And I'm so pissed that that wasn't the clip that I was referring to. So I'm pulling it up right now.
I think maybe the computer's sabotaging it. It was noise you making fun of it.
Everything's
Laugh at
conspiracy.
me, will you?
Everything's conspiracy theory with you. That's not true.
It's his birthday. Let it happen.
Okay,
Yeah, bro.
fine.
Let
Give
me
him
have my
that
X-Files
one.
moment.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, let me see if it's this one. Yes,
I'm
it is.
Mulder.
Okay, I found it. This is the one, and it's only 17 seconds long, so thank God wasn't the 2 minutes that I made you sit through a blurry video
Of just me
content.
going like this. I'm just like, yeah, Casey Anthony. Man. Yeah, thanks, computer, for making this front and center.
I know, dude. I'm like, with AI, they're like, this is what people want to see.
They want to see this. And picking his nose and his eyeballs. Cool.
Getting his eye boogers out.
Right.
Well, this guy tries to mumble over information. I know. All right. So this is actually what I was talking to. So there's still some glitches in the AI. I do pay $90 a month for this service. So
$90?
yeah.
God.
Yeah,
And
they
I'm sure
jacked up
it's
the
worth
price.
it.
No.
Oh,
It takes a lot. Okay, Lindsay, you know you're going to love this, okay? And for the record, we know you're not Casey Anthony, okay? So right off the bat. But AI doesn't. Okay, here's the
I
clip.
know, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Ugh.
I know.
Just, disappear, please.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Unfortunately, I don't think she will, but we'll see. But the one thing that is uniting us as a nation is the
Lindsay
disdain for
Lindsay
Casey
Anthony.
Anthony still in 2025. So maybe that's a good thing.
This is right there.
Yeah, so there you
Wow.
go. Yeah, just popped you up like you're Casey Anthony. It's
poor
fantastic.
Lindsay.
I know.
I
Oh,
know.
Linz.
I know. It was fascinating, though. So I did not post that on social media, so don't worry. That was just between us. Of course, AI will recognize that as a clip and reclip it for me and be like, you sure you don't want to post this to all your followers? No, but that was funny. I was like, Casey Anthony, you mean this chick right here? No, Casey
Right.
Anthony is not a streamer. But at the same time, I guess we would welcome her as a streamer. You know? Yeah.
Welcome?
I guess.
Well,
I'm not going to prevent people from watching the stream.
Oh, if Casey Anthony was here? Is that what?
No, I wouldn't have her on the show,
Oh.
but she could watch the show.
yeah, we
You
can't
know.
really do anything about that.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't exactly say
Hey,
anything
you
bad.
stop watching.
Yeah. Hey, you.
Log off.
I'll
Right
tell
now.
you-
Casey Anthony.
I'll tell you what, we do have fans that are in prison through the area. Now, luckily, KFMA doesn't have the same signal as like KLPX. KLPX has a much stronger signal. One time we got a fan mail when I was on KLPX from a listener who started off with a very endearing letter talking about how awesome all three of us are and how it helps his time go by. And then as the letter was proceeding, he said, I did some things that are unmentionable, unquestionably bad, and I'm a terrible person, whatever. Basically, he was in the prison that was for sex offenders, right? So who knows how horrendous the crimes he committed were. And it was such a conflicting feeling to get this letter of admiration from someone you would not respect or even like, that you're just like, oh, fuck you, man. And honestly, when you're doing the show, and I read local news all the time, and you see, horrific crimes happen locally all the time, I'm always like, were they a listener? Sometimes I'll look in the database, like, oh, tell me you weren't a listener. Tell me. Yeah, and most of the time
Did
they're
they
not.
win concert tickets from me?
Yeah. That's what I do.
Were they at a Roadrunners game?
Yeah. Most of them are not. Most of them are
Most
like mixed FM listeners. It's always the boring at-home listeners that commit the most heinous crimes.
But it's got to be.
Never the NPR listeners.
No, we're getting on the air here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out here on the podcast broadcast. Like I was saying, just yesterday, I was actually looking at the KLD. They have this interactive map where you can see gun crimes in the area. And luckily, it reset in 2025, man, because I had a lot of red icons in my neighborhood. I was a little sketched.
They made them red? They could have made them a nicer color.
It's red when it's murder, and it's yellow when they survive.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Don't worry, you got a couple red icons right down the street from your bar, my friend.
Of course
what's disturbing is the Chomo map. That one is disturbing.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. You should actually try to rebrand it as chomomap.com because I find that a URL that people could remember and we get tons of hits.
You know what? Patent pending. Nobody steal that.
That's right.
Yeah. If you could look it up on your computer, chomomap.com.
I'm good right now. Thank you, though. I got enough weird spam coming through.
Yeah. Your algorithm will be
algorithm's
super weird.
Yeah, I'm good.
Start showing you clips of Little Miss Pageant on your Instagram.
Oh no. JonBenet Ramsey.
Just like car parts and no. I'm good.
All right. Well, let me give you a real story that's going to be troubling for anyone out there who's vaping. This is a horrific story. And these vapes, people who vape, right? You're in the service industry.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people do, but it's super popular. I mean, more than smoking cigarettes, I feel like.
Yes, the transition, actually, this is the first time, 2025, that there are more people seeking alternative forms of nicotine consumption than cigarettes. Cigarettes were always at the clear forefront, but now these same cigarette companies own vaping companies. Vape has taken that, and there's other alternatives.
It's a vicious circle.
Like the little pouches that they're starting to offer, which the FDA just recently approved after studying for about 10 years, which made me feel a little more comfortable about that alternative. But there are studies showing that the flavored vapes are the most dangerous and can cause adverse health effects, and so everything in moderation is the key. But when you get the big supersized vapes or even the $20 vapes at the store that have the big batteries, things can go wrong. And here's a story of a worst case scenario of a vape that exploded in a woman's pocket, jetting out of the battery like a firework, which completely torched her leg. 100% just to a crisp is what they said. The headline is, woman's leg burnt to a crisp by vape that caught fire in her pocket.
By a pocket meth lab.
Yes, pretty much.
Jeez.
I know. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, what brand of vape was that? Join us on youtube.com/beefvegan for the podcast broadcast while we reveal if the brand that you vape on is the brand that will burn your leg to a crisp. youtube.com/beefvegan. We got music on the way from The Offspring on Rock 102.1 KFMA.
What I hate about that thought the most is people that listen to that and are like, I want to know so I can get lawsuit money.
Yes.
Please explode in my pants.
Yeah. I would give you more details on this. Please explode in my pants. That's a clip.
Darn it.
Yeah.
You got me, Beef Vegan.
It's a good soundbite.
Yeah. I'll be like, Rico, what do you want for your birthday? Please explode in my pants. All right.
There's a screenshot I took the other day. It says, the American dream is retiring from winning an injury lawsuit. I'm like, that's the new American dream.
Yeah. Well, and there's always Powerball and Mega Ball, which are up over 100 million and 200 million, respectively.
Or the TMC Mega Raffle, which is the early birds, is happening today.
This guy is always doing liners from the promo suite. Just trying to force them in.
At 4 a.m.
I
he
drank
just
the
mouths
Kool-Aid,
it.
man. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, we did get a jump of people on the stream. Welcome to the podcast broadcast. I didn't think that would work. Let me see if I know the brand because I was kind of lying. I wasn't lying about. No, I wasn't lying about the story.
Swindled.
Fake
Boo this
news.
man.
Okay,
Boo
first
this
off,
man.
the story is 100% legitimate, and I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see. All right, so this is legit. This is a story that was reported various sources, but
The background Photoshop.
Pro Bible is where I got it. Yeah, you like
Hell. Be careful.
This is what you see in hell. All
What
right.
is that clown next to it?
Oh, that's another story. He was arrested for terrorizing patrons at a shopping mall in Mexico. But
It's okay. We're safe.
yeah. And terrorizing or just spreading the gospel of ICP. I don't know. But yeah, so this happened to a woman named Carrie in England, okay? And it actually happened in 2022, but of course the lawsuit is going on now. Looking back, she says the smell of burnt flesh made me feel sick, which of course a lot of people could sympathize with. And then she went on to talk about how, the battery exploded like a firework, and the vape battery fell through her trouser leg, because she's from England, so her pant leg.
My trouser.
And onto the dog bed. The sparks fizzled out, but it was scorching hot, and the hissing battery melted through the bed onto the carpet. So at this point, the vape caught fire in her pocket, burned a hole through, and then she fought to get her pants off, and it fell onto the dog bed. That torched more, and then she
It's a
said,
very long description.
yeah.
Her lawyer's like, yeah, make it more elaborate.
Yeah, she described her skin as one oozing mass, and the fire burned her to a crisp. And as far as the brand, I guess what Joel is blocking this. No.
Yeah.
I think they're all capable of exploding, aren't they?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean,
it's a product default. I mean,
same thing with
our
your
Teslas explode, our cigarettes explode, everything
our
just explodes.
cell phones explode,
phones,
right? Same thing with that.
Portable batteries.
Right. But
Cigarettes don't explode.
This is true. Let's go back to cigarettes. I agree.
that is true. Well, that's not 100% true.
No.
Okay, so
That's our new tagline. Cigarettes.
let me tell you
Lucky
a
strikes.
Yeah, let me tell you a story of delinquent beef when I was a kid, okay? I lived in a townhouse complex that was right behind a strip mall, right? The strip mall had like Circle K and it had a couple stores, and this was like late 80s. One of those stores was like a magic shop where you could get a bunch of different prank items. And then I spent a good summer pranking the shit out of my dad, which then I would in turn get my ass beat. Two pranks. One prank was the juicy fruit gum, where it was a mouse trap. Now my dad would chew his nails obsessively, so he didn't have fingernails. And I'm like, and he would smoke weed too. So my dad would be super stoned, and when my dad was stoned, I'm like, hey Dad, you want a piece of gum? He's like, oh yeah, I want gum. Go to grab the gum, boom, right on his bare thumb skin, dude. Snap. Got my ass beat. But I took it because it was hilarious. Another thing that you could buy at this store, which I never bought either, I stole all this stuff, is you could get, back in the day, little basically sticks of dynamite that you could stick in cigarettes to make them explode.
They had that?
They had that, dude. It was the 80s.
The 80s were great. Lawn darts and that.
They
yeah.
had it all.
Yeah, they gave 0 Fs, dude. And so, again, my dad was a smoker. He would get stoned. And so I opened up his pack of cigarettes one day, and I stuck one of these bad boys deep in the cigarette, right?
Not at the end? You're an animal, dude.
Yeah, dude, I wanted to really
there.
just enjoy it, dude.
False sense of security.
So just imagine this, dude. He's sitting on a couch. He's high off his ass, and he's smoking a cigarette right after, which at the time, he explained he smoked weed to help him quit smoking cigarettes. Never made sense to me because he always lit up a cigarette right after. But so he's smoking, and then just like the cartoon, the cigar exploding, poosh, like, and then in
The
his
black
face,
smoke.
almost had a stroke. Freaked the F out, and it was a beating again that I proudly took. As there's a smirk on my face while fake tears jot out my eyes because it was worth it, dude. So yes,
How many
Commitment
Coyote
to the bit.
Roadrunner Acme tricks did you do to your dad overall, you think?
there's another one. I'll give you a couple. This one didn't involve the store whatsoever, but I had a boombox. And this is I don't know. I mean, I guess I know why I was acting out. I was such an asshole. My dad at the time, wasn't the best. I do love him, and I appreciate his faults. We're all human. Okay, but at the time, I was like, you know what? Fuck you. And Kevin McAllister rules. So I took this boombox. It was a red little boombox. And he would go out and, like, party, right? And so when he came home, it'd be, like, late at night. So I would crack the door to his bedroom, and I would position the door as such as soon as he opened it, it would turn on the boombox at full volume, right? So I'm in bed, I'm sleeping. It's like probably a Saturday night or something. And all of a sudden I hear, like, I don't know, Madonna crank, and him go like, ah! Like freak out. And I'm like, oh, time to get ready for that ass whooping. Door burst open.
You already put numbing cream on yourself?
I'm just ready for it. I'm ready for it. For me, sometimes the bit was worth the punishment. And I still kind of like live to that commitment today. But yeah.
It's usually you hear about the parents pranking the kids. They're scaring them for,
Yeah.
S and giggles, and then
Nope.
you do it to your dad.
Did it to my dad.
Yep.
Some adolescent jackass moments.
Yeah.
Right.
This was
What I was
pre-adolescence, to be honest with you. Let's answer the phone lines real quick. Rock 1, 2.1, who's this? Yo.
Hello.
Yo,
Yo.
What's
So-
up?
¿Qué
yo,
onda?
the kid sits there and puts Legos in front of my door now.
Okay, so this is a sign that you're a bad dad, and he's acting out, all right, for your love. So you got to,
Dad?
well, if he's acting out,
Immediately.
if he's acting out for your love, dude, then there are certain things that he is holding resentment subconsciously or consciously towards you. And I really think that you and him should sit down and start talking about it, possibly with a family therapist, work on these issues, because if he continues to act out, this is him saying to you that you're upsetting him for something. And that's legit.
He needs to put the fear of God in him.
And then he's
Well,
going
if
to
he
end
just
up
being
hosting a radio
asshole,
morning.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
Hold on,
Good
let him
job.
talk. Let him talk. Let's see it. What were you saying?
Since we're on the stream, is that just him being an asshole, just like his dad?
No, well, it's him either like emulating your actions, which is not good, or him like basically expressing himself not through words but through actions that you're hurting his feelings or emotions at some point, and you have to address that, dude, because it will create that divide, especially once he hits adolescence, and then that's when the real shit hits the fan. You know what I mean? I was a gangster when I turned 13. Like straight up G.
So,
I was wannabe, but
Do
still.
we need to teach the kid where this magic shop is?
No, dude. These shops don't exist anymore, Nick.
Gotta find eBay for exploding dynamite cigarette.
Nick, this isn't Nick. This is anonymous.
Okay.
TV.
Yeah. We all know your
Stevie
voice,
Wonder.
but okay. Everyone on the stream knew exactly who this was, but but yeah, dude. If
Hey,
he's
what that? Oh God! All right. Jesus.
I'm legit,
He
dude.
stepped on a Lego right now.
Yeah. I'm legit, dude.
Another one.
If he's acting out like this, dude, then definitely talk about it with him, because he's hurting. I know that you're going through a divorce and stuff, and he could be subconsciously blaming you for that. And this is all stuff that's like serious issues that you need to nip in the bud now, so you have a good relationship with him later.
Yeah.
This isn't Loveline, by the way. But, I want to do real talk to a friend, because I don't want you to, have a kid that will stab you when you're older.
Fuck you. Oh, jeez.
All right.
Just sit on it for a little bit. Don't take him too seriously.
Glad that
I say take
doesn't
him
have a
seriously.
Canadian
I
hat on again.
I feel like I got expertise in this for being the
It's
asshole
like that
kid.
domino
Oh,
meme
yeah.
or go step on Lego to like create meth lab in your dad's basement.
Yeah.
like, a year later.
Well, if he takes chemistry seriously, then
like Walter White.
in 10 years that might be the only fiscally responsible option
It's true.
for making money in this economy.
Get ahead of it.
But yes, so definitely check that out, Nick. And honestly, you do a lot of good dad stuff. I see it all the time. And I don't want to commit too much time to this right now. I could talk to you later about it, but I would definitely look into doing some family therapy with him and to reestablish that relationship so he doesn't blame you for the divorce.
Well, Nick, going back to AA, a lot of people have issues with that shit. But
Yep.
here nor there, I'm going back. I'm going to correct myself because, not just you as a friend, but several other people have pointed out issues. And with him, the dog laying dog treats underneath the carpet, which, oh, God.
I know. Like I said, I can't commit too much time to this because I got to get back to dick jokes, but I will talk to you more about this, and I'm glad. I'm happy for you. That's good news. Find that sobriety because that will definitely better your life, dude, for sure. If you drink even once and bad things happen to you, then you have a problem, and you know that. So, yeah, let's fix it and continue to make 2025 a better year.
If you join BetterHelp, code word link beef, 25% off. Should have your profile up on that thing.
Yes.
Oh, well, Rico's now being disqualified.
Yeah, you're disqualified now.
Love you guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Nick. Have a good day, dude. I know you can do this. I believe in you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, buddy.
All right, I'll see you on the stream.
Later.
All right, so that's Nick. And, you know, I was like, was it the best time to bring that down? I was
Yeah, you were like talking about your Rugrat jackass moments and then flipped a switch and you're Dr. Drew now.
Well, I know.
Like,
Oh,
this
so
is
your
not
kid
the
stole
giving
your
advice.
remote? Well, guess what? He's going to be a criminal in 2 years.
I was a felon. I would say this. That's the name. It's the contradiction of the show. But, you know, this was actually something I actually, you know, have some experience with. So I know.
I did a lot of shitty things as a kid. I didn't turn out that bad.
No.
That bad.
No. So, you
Me
know.
and my brother would crank call all the time, and our dad would be furious. We found a guy named Mr. Butts in the phone book.
Perfect.
Had to call him up about toilet paper, and my dad found out later because we had caller ID back then. Got our asses kicked.
Bring back phone
Sorry,
books.
Mr. Butts. We didn't mean it. He's like, it's okay, guys.
I got my ass kicked when someone tried to prank call me and left a voicemail saying they were from Condoms Incorporated.
Condoms
Right?
Incorporated.
Yeah, it was so stupid, right? And then I was like 10 years old, and I was buying too many condoms or something. And for whatever reason, my parents, being assholes and probably too high, believed the prank voicemail. And I'm like, you gotta believe me. I'm not buying condoms from a Condoms Incorporated. The fuck is? I wish Google was around back then. I'd be like, Google it. Is there a Condoms Incorporated? Probably not even to this day. There's another
Sounds
one by
legit.
it.
There we go.
Sounds
Yeah, yeah.
legit.
Chomo.com, Condoms Incorporated.
Condoms Incorporated.
You'll be a billionaire before the end of this episode. 10 seconds before we get on the air. We'll play another little game. And then I want to talk about Chet Hanks.
Yes.
Chet Hanks
White
is
boy
making
summer.
headlines again, but this time with good news for Chet Hanks. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's the podcast broadcast. Hanging out with the full crew here this morning. We got Rico on his birthday.
Yay.
Valdez rocking random merch. And Kendall joining us as well. Now, did you guys watch the Oscars at all? Anyone here watch
Yes.
the Oscars? You did?
Yes,
All
I
right.
did.
Fell
Okay,
the same
good.
because I did not.
Yeah.
No, we're not
Well,
doing
I love Conan O'Brien, so
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have watched. I forgot he was hosting.
Yeah.
Oops.
You can see the clips on social media. Conan killed it. We play clips on Monday of some of the bits that did best with Conan O'Brien. But at one point during the Oscars, McDonald's dropped a commercial highlighting the orders of different Oscar-nominated actors and attendees, right? And so I want to play a game saying, guess that McDonald's order with the celebrity, okay? So here's our first option as far as celebrity. Kieran Culkin. Kieran Culkin won his first Oscar ever. Of course, he's Macaulay Culkin's younger brother, right? And he won Best Supporting Actor, which Macaulay Culkin reportedly cried when he did that because he's like, it could have been me. Oh, poor Kieran or Macaulay Culkin. But with that, Kieran Culkin does have a McDonald's order. So Kendall, all right, which of these, excuse me, is Kieran Culkin's McDonald's order? Is it an egg McMuffin meal with a coffee, strawberry jelly, ketchup, and a bottle of water? Is it a small Coke? Or is it a 2 egg and cheese McMuffins and 2 hash browns with strawberry jelly? All right. So I know those are 3 different options for Kieran Culkin. So
Kieran's on the leaner side. So I'm thinking maybe the first order, the Egg McMuffin. It was with like
there's a
a
lot.
coffee.
It's the egg McMuffin meal, which comes to the hash brown, a coffee, strawberry jelly, ketchup. Yeah, and then I didn't even finish it because there's so much. A water and a strawberry banana smoothie. That sounds like a Valdez order.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's good. I'm going to
deny
McDonald's. Yeah. All right. So out of those 3, which one do you think Kieran Culkin orders at McDonald's?
I think it's that first one.
Okay.
With the smoothie. I mean, it's still, you know, the lighter side of the McDonald's orders.
That's true.
So,
That's very true. All right.
A Coke was the second, like
A
just
small
a soda.
Coke? Yeah.
No, so I think it's the first one.
Okay. Rico, what would you guess?
Kieran's are like wild cards. They're curveballs. I'm gonna go with the jelly.
You going with the jelly?
The jelly one.
Yeah, which is the second one. 2 egg and cheese McMuffins,
Correct.
2 hash browns, and strawberry jelly.
Yep.
All right, Valdez.
Small Coke.
Small Coke. Okay. The winner of that round is Valdez. Yes. Yes. A small Coke. Of course, Kieran Culkin, the skinny. Look at him. He looks miserable right there. This is a man.
That's the Culkin look.
No,
the Culkin default.
This is a man who doesn't eat, and he's also part of the Hollywood elite. So they know that skinny feels. Well, I forgot what the saying is because I've never been skinny. But the point is, they don't eat that much. Kieran Culkin, Hollywood-winning actor, of course, he's just sticking with the small Coke. And on weekends, Coke. All right, so let's go on to our next McDonald's or celebrity, Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, he didn't win any Oscars this year, but Michael B. Jordan is a heartthrob, right? He's got lots of muscles. He basically made a name for himself being Apollo Creed's son, right? Yeah, so good-looking man, lots of muscles. So you got to think maybe a lot of protein, okay? So with Michael B. Jordan, is this McDonald's order, okay? 2 egg and cheese McMuffins, 2 hash browns of strawberry jelly, fruit and maple oatmeal with a hash brown on the side, or a sausage and egg McGriddle with a coffee and an apple pie. So those are 3 options right there. And again, ladies first. So we will start with Kendall. All right. Which one do you think Michael B. Jordan orders?
I think the oatmeal and the hash brown. I was working at McDonald's when they rolled out oatmeal.
Okay.
And
it was a big deal? Was it a big deal?
It was kind of a big deal, and I hated making it. It was the worst order.
Oh, yeah. So that was the one as a McDonald's employee. You're just like,
can I try the oatmeal?
Yeah.
And again, he's a healthy, fit guy, so I'm like, he would order that.
Okay. So
And I
Kendall's.
would serve it begrudgingly to him.
Yeah, Kendall's going with the oatmeal. What do you think Michael B. Jordan orders at McDonald's,
Could be
Rico?
going for bulk season, so I'll go with the first one.
The first one, the 2 eggs and cheese McMuffin, 2 hash browns with strawberry jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. All right, Valdez, same question.
You know what? I'm feeling the oatmeal too.
You feeling the oatmeal as well? So you're going to piggyback on Kendall's.
Because he's got like an 8-pack. Nobody shoves like chemicals in that.
Well, to be fair, the egg
McDonald's.
McMuffin, the classic egg McMuffin,
Protein, yeah.
is the lowest calorie option that you can get at fast food for the most part. I know I can get mine, and I'll just take off one of the McMuffin levels, so it's like 50%
one,
less
though?
carbs. The one that doesn't have the cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, you know it. So with that said, Rico, you're right on that. Yes.
Yeah.
2 egg McMuffins, 2 hash browns, and the strawberry jam.
Damn.
Yes.
Boy.
I know. Again,
Gotta get that glucose, gotta get the protein.
exactly. With someone with muscles, do you agree with his dietary choices?
Absolutely.
Excellent. All right, let's do one more celebrity. Again, these are all, Oscar. This is a commercial, asking celebrities what their McDonald's order is. So let's do the last one, Jackie Chan. Okay, Jackie Chan. He's an icon, right? Action superstar who does all his own stunts.
He just doesn't want any trouble.
He doesn't want trouble.
Don't want no trouble.
Or
When
kick
he
some
goes to
butt.
fast food, I don't want any trouble.
Yes.
Sir, we're just giving you food.
Right. All right, so that's Jackie Chan quotes from Rico. So I'll let you go first.
I've been waiting for that forever. Thank you.
All right, so what is Jackie Chan's order? Is it a sausage and egg McGriddle with coffee and apple pie? Is it an egg McMuffin without Canadian bacon, which is American bacon now, and a cafe latte with non-fat milk? Or is it a hot chocolate with extra whipped cream, 3 chocolate chip cookies, and an order of hot cakes with 10 syrup packets?
Holy
That
hell.
sounds very Jackie Chan to me.
You think that's Jackie Chan?
I think that's him from the last one, yeah.
Okay.
That's like Wilford Brimley.
That does seem like a diabetes.
Have you seen
order.
him move? He needs that, like, sugar.
Okay,
true.
so you're saying for Jackie Chan, you're going with the 10 hotcakes and all that nonsense.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, then, same question goes to you, Kendall. What is Jackie Chan's order?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna agree.
Okay.
I mean, Rico's been killing it this game, so
He got one
now
right.
follow suit.
Yeah, one right. Yeah. The score right now is, I think,
Oh.
1 Valdez, 1
I think
Rico.
that's you right. No.
No.
Nope.
All right.
All right, Valdez, what do you say?
Sorry, what was the options real quick?
Okay, well, the options again are a sausage and egg McGriddle with a coffee and apple pie, an egg McMuffin without the Canadian bacon, and a McCafe latte with non-fat milk. Or
That one. We'll do the
you're
second.
going to do the second one. All right, all three of you are wrong.
No way.
Yes,
Why would you do that?
Jackie Chan is the McGriddle guy. He likes his sausage and egg McGriddle with a coffee and an apple pie. So he likes
Wow.
breakfast and dessert.
Respect.
Respect.
That's a good order, Jackie.
You
Damn.
let me
Yes.
down, Jackie.
All right, so there you go, the McDonald's game. Let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We got more coming up after music from Radiohead on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. You like how I did pictures of that? I'm like, this is Jackie Chan, huh?
In
Did
case
that
you
on the
didn't
fly.
know.
I mean, yeah, Gen Z might not know.
True.
That's true.
Honestly, there were a couple names on here that I'm like, I don't
They
know.
don't grow up with Jackie Chan movies. That's so sad. They don't grow up with Jackie Chan movies. They don't grow up with the Will Smith with the music bit at the end of the movies, like Men in Black style.
Yes,
They don't have any of that experience.
that's true.
Sad.
It is sad.
Those were
Yeah.
fundamental.
Yeah.
I went out with a girl who didn't know who Samuel Jackson was.
How does she
That's
not?
insane. I mean, he was at the
Cross-generational.
halftime show.
I know, he's everywhere. And, well, in her defense, she was like 26.
Still
Nah.
though, yeah,
No
he's,
defense.
He's in the Marvel universe. He is like one of the main characters in the Marvel universe. So I think 7-year-olds know who Samuel Jackson is. You know, like that's
I thought everyone did because he's everywhere. Capital One, Marvel
It's
Universe.
like Shaq.
yeah. Did he not Did she not recognize the name? Is that what it is?
And she didn't know who he was. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I even showed a picture. I'm like, "This guy." I'm like,
She
"Yeah,
didn't recognize the face either?
yeah, yeah."
Oh, wow.
So, immediate
Is she
dismissal.
Amish? You dating Amish girls now?
26. How'd you pull that off, anyways?
Valdez.
Ah.
Whoa, smooth.
With this
Yeah.
catchphrase. All right,
How do you
as we
think?
reset the table, get ready to talk about Chet Hanks and how he's not getting hated on for the first time ever in his life. We will continue what we started this morning. This is all part of Rico's birthday extravaganza. Check this out. Rock 102.1 KFMA. That, of course, is Smashing Pumpkins. We were just talking about how Billy Corgan was just on Joe Rogan talking about the confrontation or the setup that was Bill Burr being confronted with the possibility that Billy Corgan could be his illegitimate brother. And then, the celebrities that have that story as well, mainly just Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, who refuse to take a DNA test, even though they kind of believe that it's possible that they're half brothers.
Both these come into light in relatively the same time. It's kind of mind-blowing, too.
Yeah, and
Kinda
both these
funny.
old white dudes. So basically, people in the 50s were whores.
Who'd have thunk?
Y'all thought they slept in single beds and there'd be two of them in a room and they'd never do it and they wore full pajamas. No, man, they
Listen
were
to
sleeping.
jazz and just dance and go to sleep.
No, they're banging
Well,
each
we
other.
kind of stumble upon like me and Rico might be half cousins, but we're not gonna take a DNA test.
It's a
either.
Tucson thing.
Yeah, nobody believes that. Rico has the better thyroid in that situation. Let's talk about something that won't surprise you whatsoever. Fire Festival 2 might be a scam, guys.
What?
Yes. Okay. Now we talked about this. Billy McFarland, of course, who went to prison after him and Ja Rule set up this ultra exclusive, high dollar music festival in Paradise on an island, which turned out to be a bust and actually was very inhumane and basically scammed all the people who were in attendance. So he was punished for this by going to prison and becoming a felon and doing all this. So you would think at this point, Billy would learn his lesson or at least pick up a trick or two on how to throw a proper festival, because he announced Fire Festival 2 is happening. And there are tickets going anywhere from $1,500 to $1.1 million. They are on sale. Of course, there's no lineup announced, right? But they do have a date. It's going to be in May. But we have a problem. That problem is the town where this festival is supposed to happen in the island has no idea about it.
Even better.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. In fact, actually, they talked to the member, Edgar Gasca, the member of the tourism for Isla Majores, who had this to say about the site of Fire Festival 2. We have no knowledge of this event, nor contact with any person or company about it. For us, This is an event that does not exist. The festival is not going to happen. There are red flags all over the place.
So they're doing it right. Okay, perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, they're trying to sabotage it before it even begins, and that kind of adds to the whole allure of Firefest. You expect better?
Yeah. I mean, it's an odd argument, to be honest with you, because, this is a Mexican island. They've already booked it. It's off the coast of Cancun from May 30th to June 2nd. So it's less than 4 months away.
Yeah.
They're already selling tickets, have not announced a lineup. And in this scenario, what's the end game? You know what I mean? For Billy McFarland, who had 2 documentaries put out on him for being a dope and a scam artist.
Right.
To return to the well
Yes, but
immediately
that's what I'm
after.
saying. How dumb are people to buy tickets for that?
Yeah,
It's almost
that's
like buying a
ridiculous.
poo coin and getting mad that you got rug pulled on crypto. It's like buying tickets to Firefest 2 and being shocked, like, oh, it actually doesn't exist. We're not going anywhere. That's a genius move. If I was him, I'd be patting myself on the back.
Okay,
Get all the money and don't do anything.
So you're saying that his defense and his defense attorneys will be like, yeah, no, this is so obviously fake.
Yeah.
It's the victim's fault for being so stupid.
100% at this point. If you didn't watch the first one, then you're dumb for buying the second one.
I mean, they did have documentaries on all
yeah,
the
everybody
major
knows
platforms.
about it. That's why they're buying it.
I'm gonna be pissed though. If this Firefest actually does happen.
It won't.
Firefest before KFMA Day, very disappointing.
Nah, you shouldn't even have said that. That's sad. I mean, honestly, why open that can of worms, Valdez?
They DM me all the time about that.
Yeah, I understand that. Now, same reasons why Firefest is not going to happen, especially with booking agents, knowing the reputation that Billy already has. And then with this already getting out there, as far as the town not getting permits, the first thing you have to do when attempting to take over a tropical island is get the permits for said takeover. You can't just show up someday and go rogue with a festival that's supposed to be a multi-billion-dollar festival.
It's a bold strategy, Gun.
Yeah. So this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone who's been following Billy, but I am still shocked because, you would think, what is the end game? You're just shooting yourself in the foot all over again. If you like prison that bad, just tell them not to let you out, Instead,
Yeah, I wonder if there's fine print somewhere this time around. Or the lawyers played it smart. You know?
the fine print is it's real. You have to you got to run it through AI because it's probably in white ink, and it says by purchasing these tickets, you agree that you are an effing moron and you deserve what you get.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you for being a social media influencer and being a scourge of society. Insane.
Basically.
Yeah. So this was not shocking at all. I'll tell you something that was shocking. Obviously, with Luigi Mangione set to face trial here for, the murder of the CEO of United Healthcare. He's garnered a lot of attention, a lot of fans, and a lot of admirers from beautiful women all over the world because they recognize that Luigi is a good-looking kid and has been his entire life. He was one of those guys who was a great scholar, a great athlete, and a great looker. Now, of course, then he had that horrific accident in surfing. It messed up his back real bad, and it prevented him from having sex. And that, mixed in with the poor health care, led him to his decision. And this will be the defense when he goes to trial. But before it goes to trial, you might see leaked sex tapes of Luigi Mangione, and it wasn't recorded in prison. So apparently, what they're saying is that before he got locked up and before his accident, he was a major fan of shooting DIY porn. Right? Yeah. And they say there's up to at least 20 videos of him having sex. And to add to this, they say it's not this homemade stuff either. We're grabbing the phone, it's all grainy. In the reports that I've read, they've complimented the cinematography.
Like the red camera, red cinema, black magic.
They're
perfect,
it's chef's kiss. I mean, it's a 4K HD, and you can see the veins. It's a good porn.
Howard Shore did the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So, they say, according to this source, Mangione was a fan of being watched while getting it on, and he compulsively recorded himself in the act and then would send nudes to the women that he knew. And there's at least 20 videos of him getting it on, but the girls who have them are too afraid to come forward or tell anyone for fear they might get dragged into this case somehow. But I'm sure, as the internet is the internet, it will get out there. So there are two things.
They took different.
All right, let's get
Nope,
back
no
on the air
orientation.
here. We got about 15 seconds. Now, I wanted to talk about Chet Hanks, but
Yeah.
on the stream, we were talking about Rico, being 39, what he wants to do before he hits 40, and skydiving. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're hanging out here on the podcast broadcast. Got a full panel here this morning. Rico celebrating his birthday, the 39th one to be exact. Also, Valdez and Kendall. And Kendall asked him, does he have any plans for his 40th besides the stereotypical midlife crisis, right? I know my 40 was a very reflective year. I spent 6 months before turning 40, literally thinking about my entire life, right? I was introspective. It was heavy. It was a lot to go through.
The
right?
benchmark, you're thinking about everything.
Everything. So I never thought so much more about the past and the relationships I had and the mistakes I made and the good times I had. All of it was kind of there. Now, you've already turned 40. Did you go through that same thing, or am I alone on this?
It was pretty depressing for me. 40 was hard to swallow.
I wouldn't even say it was depressing, but it was reflective, right?
You know what somebody said recently, too, about midlife crisis? Back in the day, most people at that point could afford, a Porsche. They're like, oh, he's going through a midlife. Like, I can't even afford a midlife crisis, man.
No, I know.
I'm going to steal a Porsche.
All I did was lose a bunch of weight and get into shape because I'm like, I'm going to die soon, so I better get on this. So Kendall brought up skydiving, which is something that you have never done yet, right, Rico?
Correct.
All right, but Kendall, you did scratch it off your list.
Yeah, I did that 7 years ago. Now, I think it was
7 years
Yeah,
ago. And
yeah.
what was the occasion? Was there an occasion?
There was not an occasion.
Okay.
I did it with my ex.
Okay.
And so it was
You
something.
took the plunge?
Yes. Well, he had to jump off the plane first.
Well, that's good.
But
Some people just man up and just break up with a
Actually,
person. They don't just,
Right.
wish for death.
You stayed
Right.
on the plane. You're like, I'm not going to date that guy anymore.
yeah. It was a trap. It was a setup.
Yeah. So it was his idea initially?
No, it was actually something I knew he wanted to do. So I think I was just trying to make a grand gesture of, let's go do this. Don't just talk about it. Let's go.
All right, nice. Yeah, make him put his money where his mouth is.
Exactly.
And so then you had to do it too. And so were you terrified in the moment?
I wasn't terrified, I think, until I was in the plane.
Yeah.
So getting ready, going there, even getting strapped in, it was fine. But once you're in the plane, and I think that moment the door opens.
Yeah.
And the wind, the sound, you're just your instincts are to not jump off, right?
Yes.
So that's another thing. You need that other person strapped to you because you're not moving.
Yes.
You're not gonna go.
That's why you always have to go tandem. I always assume, and I'm building anxiety just listening to you talk about this. I
Clammy
assume,
palms.
assume that you just kind of say if it's your first time and you don't have someone tandem and you jump out of fear because we watch all these slingshot roller coaster rides of videos where people pass out in fear. What if you just pass out?
Right.
And then you just can't pull the cord, right? So were you close to passing out when you did this?
I wasn't close to passing out initially.
Yeah.
Towards the end, the free fall was amazing. That was super cool. The parachute eventually goes off, and the guy I'm with is telling me how to steer and direct the parachute. But I remembered suddenly I get motion sickness.
Oh, yeah.
This, I just thought I would literally be falling straight from the sky down. Didn't think there'd be any motion involved.
Right, but that's not the case at all. Yeah.
And I told him, I said, I don't feel good. I have a history of fainting spells, so I know what that's like. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna pass out or puke, but just know I'm okay, dude. I'm just letting you know. And at that point, I was totally. There was nothing fun about floating down for me at that point. I just needed to get to the ground, and he unclipped me probably at least 5 feet still in the air.
Yeah.
Because
I've never heard
That'll
that
wake you
before,
up.
too.
Oh yeah, he was
He's like, you're annoying.
yeah.
I'm past the legal limit here and now.
She'll survive, but I
Close
can't. I
enough.
can't go another 5 feet with this broad.
So, and I just started hurling my guts out.
Wow.
And everyone was looking at me super concerned, they've never seen anything in their life like that happen. And I didn't feel very comforted in that moment.
I feel like I'd be the same way. We have to continue this conversation on the podcast. We're going to wrap things up with the beef tip after these words. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan.
See, I'm not a instructor by any means, but when I'm working at the bar as a bouncer, people are drunk coming out. I have to be the one to help them to get outside.
Yeah,
you got this. Stay awake.
Right,
Now
right.
throw up out there.
That's something you have in common with a
flight
skydiving
instructor, yeah.
instructor. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be a great
Tandem people.
instructor. Yeah.
Come on.
Caller, what's your
this.
name?
Hey, my name's Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Not much. I did skydiving back in '91, and I didn't do the tandem. But when you're going by yourself, like your first 6 jumps, you're going to be on a static line.
Oh,
When
nice.
you get 12 feet outside of the plane, it automatically deploys your chute.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they do have a
Oh,
static
yeah.
line. Yeah, so that way, because
automatically.
you could easily pass out and do all that. And it's 91, so this is before they came up with more regulations. After
Right.
a couple
Oh yeah,
failures
there
of the
was
line.
duct tape on the wings and the duct tape holding some of the
Yeah.
windows
Jeez.
in. Yeah,
So
I had
comforting.
You're actually
The pilot was
step
missing
out
an
of the
eye, had a
plane,
cigar.
Your left foot's on the wheel, and your right and left hand are on the strut underneath the wing, and your right foot's just dangling in the air, and you have to push off to make sure you don't get hit by the tail fin as it's coming up.
Brutal.
That's
And
terrifying.
so
yeah.
did you do? Was it one and done, or did you do it several times?
I just did it that time. I would definitely do it again. Just haven't had the opportunity.
Yeah. Did you throw up too, or is Kendall alone in this, being a big baby?
Didn't throw up. It just went fast. It was quick because you have a radio on and they tell you turn 90 degrees to your right, turn this many degrees to your left, and
Oh, wow.
they guide you into the landing zone.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Tell you when to flare.
Like a Navy SEAL.
Well, yeah, Kendall was talking about that. She didn't realize that you could steer. And with that, luckily, she steered to the left, she steered to the right, and then she just had the instructor take over. But yeah, you have to steer your way into a safe landing zone, do you not?
Yeah.
And you were able to do that?
They instruct you over the radio on your chest.
Oh, okay. They're like, hey, dummy, my left, not your left. Something like that.
Your other right.
Yeah.
But it definitely was fun. I think it's funner doing it that way than having someone strapped to you. But you get to experience free fall when you go tandem.
Well, yeah, you got to jump out of a plane without someone's boner in your back while
Yeah.
doing it.
Exactly.
Win-win.
That's the reason I wanted to do it that way.
Yeah. See,
12,000
that's what guys think.
Oh my god.
I literally asked Kendall, and this is
Wow.
behind the scenes. I was like, did he have a boner? She's like, oh, why would you ask that? I'm like, I just
It's
feel
nature.
like, yeah, like that's
Wow.
a boner scenario, you know?
time.
That's really what men think.
Yeah,
Wow.
like I don't want to do tandem. That sounds gay, dude. This guy's strapped to my back and lined up with my crack. No, it's not cool.
This is completely normal, bro. Just go with the flow. You have no choice.
It's only gay if you die,
Right.
because then that is the last time a guy enters you. But that's just because gravity. You know what I mean?
Get to the pearly gates. Like, it's not what it looks like, man. It's
Yeah.
come on.
It's like it says here, you die with a dick inside you. So yeah, you're technically
man.
checking off the gay box, man. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Appreciate the story, Nick. Thanks for calling in.
Not a problem. Have a great day.
You too. All right, we got to get ready for our beef tip.
Only gave you die. What a quote.
Well, because, like,
know,
again,
it's
it's like, you're one. You're one with another dude at that point. I mean, sounds romantic, but you are
Your
dying.
dumb friends at the funeral. Like, hey, did you hear?
All right, I want to talk about Chet Hanks real quick because Chet Hanks is Tom Hanks' son. He is the definition of Nepo baby. He was a white rapper for a little bit, and just like a lot of people, it's easy to make fun of Chet Hanks, right?
White boy summer.
Yeah, he says a lot of things where you're just like, Chet, come on, man. Well, Chet is getting into the family business, which is acting, and he's actually getting rave reviews for a part that he's playing on Netflix that you can see. It's called Running Point, and in it he plays a rapper slash NBA. A rapper slash NBA player. So so he was all about this. He's like, yeah, I ball, I rap. I'm Chet.
It's right up
Hanks.
his alley.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna show you a little clip.
Guy cracks me up. I think he's funny.
He is funny.
I love the dude.
He does some stuff. I mean, you do love him, but I don't know. All right, here's Chet doing his thing here. And let's see if he took after his mom or his dad.
Who's the plug? Yo, I'm the plug, yeah. Rearrange your guts, yeah. I'm a stomach bug. Spitting bars on yellow bars. Foreign models, foreign cars. Walk the yard, take the charge. Block is hot, Charizard. Yeah, I'm a true shooter like I'm John Wilkes Booth. Yeah, better grab my hose. I set fire on the roof. Woo! Come on, bro. Tell me that's not sick, bro.
Wait, who's John Wilkes Booth?
I don't know, bro. I use Google Rhymes.
So
I'd be impressed with him if he actually wrote that bit. And
he
not some
probably
did.
did. Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm impressed.
See?
Well,
He's better than Riff Raff. He would actually show up to a concert.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
You got to go down the rabbit hole of Chet then, because he has lots of songs out and stuff like that. And
His
he's
Jamaican
smart.
accent.
He's smart. He should do ChatGPT to write his rhymes, because that's what we've been doing. And we have a rap group, and you've probably seen some of that.
You might have heard of us.
Yeah, you might. It's kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're almost out of time, which is a bummer, because we've been having a great show, and I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, tons of ticket opportunities for you to win, including that of The Offspring, your Tucson Roadrunners, a $50 gift certificate to Whiskey Del Bach, and more. So all you have to do is tune in, listen, and you'll have plenty of opportunities just to call in and grab some tickets for your own. But before we wrap things up, let me end with a beef tip. This is a good one for anyone who has wood floors. Do you have wood floors?
Nah.
Okay, that's good. Do you?
Synthetic wood floor.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing too. It's like I have wood stickers on the concrete. Does that count? No, doesn't count. But apparently, did you know that if you do have wood floors and you scratch up the wood, that if you take walnuts, then you could fix the wood scratch.
Have you seen the price of walnuts?
Walnuts are expensive, but not as expensive as wood. There's a woman doing it right there. Look at these scratches magically disappear.
Whoa.
Bam, dude.
Yeah.
And just taking the walnuts and going over the wood.
Should be called floor nuts.
I think she's using Bofa.
No, stop. Okay, so a video, this does look weird, but the oil darkens the wood so you can barely even tell that the wood's scratched. So it's literally like a Bob Vila type of a beef tip that I have for you this morning, because there are a lot of people here in the desert that have wood floors, and it's obviously like the worst thing when you move furniture and have a horrific scratches. So just take some walnuts or Bofa, if they're oily, right, and then rub it in the crack, and that will fix your wood floors.
Just want to see somebody getting mad with almonds. Like, no, walnuts, you dummy.
Yeah, don't use
Not almonds, idiot.
Just walnuts. I mean, that's how we're ending the show today. My apologies, but that's how it is. Happy birthday, Rico.
Go nuts.
Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the podcast broadcast, comment below our podcast stream, and let Rico know you wish him a happy birthday as well. And if you don't wish him a happy birthday, that might make you a bad person. Robin Nash is up next. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
That's what he's doing for his 40th birthday.
Come and end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind
Fill in the cracks.
I will knock out all your